Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive here. Let's see what the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra, what do they need to know? Thank you so much. Messages for our greatest highest good. You could find these messages pertaining to any area of your life, love, money, relationships, life purpose, all the stuff. We have physical wellness. So this is about nourishing your temple to fuel your life. So we'll see what tarot and other oracle cards have to say, and I'll share channeled messages as I receive them. Do only take what resonates and leave the rest. What else do we have, please? Whoa. Next card, spiritual work. So work with your angels. Okay. Good to know. I'm actually hearing clairaudient right now. There's some sort of cleansing, needing to cleanse. Maybe you're feeling an energy cleanse, or maybe that's something you've just done or you've thought about it and this is your confirmation. But yeah, I am feeling that. Also, some of you may be going and visiting, or you just did visit, or learning about a place possibly in the western part of the United States that's a sacred land in some way. And I get this, like you might get information about a spiritual retreat or something, or there's just something here. There's some sort of lesson involved with land, like so sacred land, sacred grounds. All right, what else do we have? I know, randomly specific, all the messages will be. They feel random to me and other listeners, but if it's your message, it's pretty specific. It's pretty cool, actually, if it's your message. What else do we have? I always grab angel numbers and animal cards, too. Oh, ooh, professional. Okay, this is pretty well-rounded so far. Make yourself a money magnet. Yes, yes. I've been saying 2026 looks good for Libras, money-wise, career-wise. If you don't see it yet, just stay tuned, okay? We do have some shifts happening energetically that I've been seeing for a while. It's February, March-ish, okay? And I'm not saying that all of you need to wait until then to see any sort of change with career, money stuff, but it does feel like that's when a lot of it could happen for us. There's just energetically things are changing then. We also have lifestyle wellness, so work on weaknesses. We all have our challenges and our strengths. And I noticed there's an apple here, and it's shaped like a skull. So maybe you can think about what you intuitively get off of a card like this. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead, and now we're going to clarify. By the way, this deck was by Mahrukh X. Not sure the name of it. There's the back, though. If you go to their store on Etsy, you could probably find it. Okay. So when it comes to physical wellness, what do we need to know? Physical wellness for the Libra Collective. If you're curious about your 2026 month-by-month forecast, I have done that reading for you, and you can find that. Okay, one last move. So there's one last move for some of you for physical wellness, or just the fact they included the word move makes me think maybe some of you are trying to make an effort to be a little more, physically involved, I should say, making some moves. So this is about something, you're reaching a goal, very close to reaching a goal of some kind. And this is about having come really far on a journey and to keep going because you're so close. Okay. A lot of you are so close to reaching your goals here. And maybe it does have to do with physicality or your environment in some way. Oh, there's that word again, friends, magnetism. So magnetism. I feel Libras, whether it's your sun, moon, rising, we're naturally magnetic. We are, and we're meant to be on stage. A lot of us, I mean, we really are. We're just naturally like entertaining, charismatic. We like pretty things, so we can beautify. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, we have magnetism here. This is about having that persuasive power, really drawing people in. So a magnetic force surrounds you. Okay, you're being given the power to manifest your dreams into reality. Okay, what else? Creative forces. So your creativity is endless. And this is what you have under professional wellness and how you're making yourself a money magnet. Okay, a lot of you really are engaged in some sort of creative talent. Maybe it involves, there's a lot of color in this card. So color, or I just said being center stage. So putting yourself out there. Yeah, this is really, really seeing where your creative talents can bring you. What else do we have? I'm hearing a name like Jake. Jake. And then I heard something about end of September. So let's see what else we have. Think about what you had going on end of September. We have pause and reflect. So this is about with your lifestyle wellness and working on your, quote, weaknesses. Be mindful of your self-talk. Okay, solve any problems with the fullest mental clarity. This is about releasing what feels stagnant. Anything interrupting your internal peace needs to be released, right? That's what I'm picking up off that. This is going to be the Cheeky Tarot by Danilo Sanino. The Cheeky Tarot by Danilo Sanino. It's come to be one of my favorite tarot decks of all time. What do we have for Libra, please? Libra. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out schoolhouseintuitive.com. What do we have? What do we have, please? You know, giving something a little bit of extra time could be to your advantage. Okay, that's also coming in. Okay, what else do we have? Queen of Swords. Yeah, it'll help you get more clarity. If you're not really clear, you know, you already received this, you know, making, solving problems, making decisions based from a point of your fullest mental clarity. And that's what the Queen of Swords can really offer us. That type of energy is that her head is above the clouds. You'll notice the clouds would be like mental confusion, not being able to really see something clearly. She's very clearly, and she's actually motioning to where she wants to go. So maybe you're feeling as though you're making, you know, one final move in the right direction of where you want to be, or a move in some way where you want to be for this ultimate transformation that's at your doorstep. I do feel that there's ultimate transformation at your doorstep. It does feel like that. And it feels as though it's just in the nick of time, you know? And we also have the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe it does affect your health, your family, your environment in some way, your professional life in some way, okay, with the 10 of Pentacles here. Some of you are indeed closing out cycles, and you're getting excited and really feeling the passion as you move towards something that really I feel has been in your view for a while. Maybe you just didn't see exactly how to get to it, reach a certain goal, but I think a lot of that's becoming much more clear here. What else do we have? Some of you have a very attentive audience. They're actually highlighting listeners. So maybe now you're able to voice yourself more in some way. What else do we have? Oh, wow. Look at that. 4 of Wands. As I said, it's like you're reaching your goal. You're getting this ultimate transformation opportunity just in the nick of time. And there's a card that has everything to do with making dreams come true, accomplishments, celebrating in the right timing too. Okay, the 4 of Wands. It's the 11 card. But some of you right now, you might not be seeing it just yet. And you might be being a little too hard on yourself too. Oh, there's the 8 of Cups though. We do have our eclipse season beginning next month. And this is the card that features the eclipse, the 8 of Cups. Now, at one time, these cups were fulfilling. You can see there's a whole set of them, and they served a purpose. This person's, like, cheerio, moving on. But no, it's like nothing was lost. Okay, there's this energy here about that, and maybe they don't know exactly what's ahead, but they feel pretty good about it, because they're some of you may actually be channeling messages and things too, but it's like you're getting that ultimate green light. It feels like that go ahead. And some of it has to do with addressing your underlying fears, or how you are talking to yourself, maybe not in the best way. So definitely getting that mental clarity. And this is posting on the 8th, and this is an 8. And for some reason, they're having me highlight that. So again, there's something really important here about timing. What else do we have? They're giving me the word memorializing. So some of you may be thinking of someone who's passed on. What else do we have? Okay, we have the Page of Swords. As I was shuffling, I was hearing, but how do we go to that next step? Or what do we do in the meantime? That's what I was hearing. What do we do in the meantime if you can't yet make a step? See how they're not moving forward yet? Well, because it's a sword, I feel it has to do with, like, learning. Communicate to the universe what it is you want clearly, but then also learn as much as you can about whatever it is you're about to do next as you move forward. I'm getting this energy too of kind of going with the flow, possibly when it comes to something in the immediate environment. When I say immediate environment, it could be your internal environment, your body, or your external environment. What else do we have? There's still hesitation here. What else do we have? Okay, Knight of Pentacles. I'm almost feeling as though some of you are wondering if what you're about to do will be enough. Well, I don't know, Libra. Do you feel it'll be enough? Some of you are feeling as though you don't know enough to do something, but I think you know enough to get started, and that's a message you've been getting for 2026 in general. Yeah, we have the 9 of Wands here and the 6 of Swords. So again, there's that stress of like not really knowing, oh, should I keep going forward with something? It's been slow, it's been maybe confusing at times, it's been maybe frustrating at times, or not feeling as though you have the resources. But here, this person, they're moving forward. You'll note there is a little bit of support there, maybe support you weren't expecting. Some of you could be called to offer support to someone who's having some sort of a mental, even crisis at some point, in some way. But you're not going to get sucked in, right? We don't want to get sucked into it, but it's one thing to help, but we don't want to make their problems our problems either. Okay, I know it's tough sometimes to set boundaries, but we really need to be doing that. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is you moving forward with glee, with excitement. And I think this also tells me that a lot of you have already been through some things that were scary, and you don't want to necessarily go back to maybe the place you came from, but there are perhaps some lessons to be learned, and some strength I feel was gained through some of those experiences. What else do we have for Libra, please? Oh, judgment. Okay, so some of you are needing to make some sort of judgment call, perhaps, maybe. That's an obvious kind of meaning for this card, but this can also have to do with an awakening in some way, and also just I think for some of you, again, they're giving me that word channeling. My guides are giving me channeling. I think some of you are tuning in to some sort of other frequency, energy. I don't know what you're doing, but it feels like it's helping in some way. It's helping you get a better sense of self and self-purpose, maybe purpose in general. It feels as though some of you have come to peace or come to terms with things that either you feel you messed up with or others. So it's kind of it feels like forgiveness in motion here. And we also have the 9 of Cups. So this is a very satisfied kind of energy, and it's emotionally fulfilling. Yeah, you might not be making the biggest, fastest career moves, some of you, with the Knight of Pentacles here toward the 10 of Pentacles, but a lot of things that are worth having and they're going to stick around a long time. They need a solid foundation, and we need to be careful and practical in our planning. And that though can lead to long-lasting fulfillment in some way. Some of you may be seeing some sort of emotional fulfillment in some way. Let's see what else we have. We also have the 2 of Wands. This is stepping outside your comfort zone, maybe seeing opportunities for what they are. Some of you, I think the choice is already obvious, though. It could be, I don't know. I'm just getting this sort of like maybe ignoring the obvious. Okay, just so don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, I'm kind of getting that energy. There's a 3 of Pentacles. I think for some of you, you're going to go work on your own with something, because this did come out, I think, in the reverse, and then I made it up right when I picked it up. So it kind of feels as though I think you've maybe toyed with the idea of working with others, of building together, but there does seem to be this energy of like maybe it led to some sort of disorganization, conflict. Sometimes there's too many cooks in the kitchen, so maybe you're dealing with a situation like that. But it does feel as though this group dynamic could be something that's having you move on. Now, either you're moving into a group dynamic, if it's in the upright, or you could be pulling away from some sort of teamwork or effort that really wasn't working out, okay? We have Temperance here. A little of this, little of that. So finding that middle ground here with Temperance. Okay, there's a middle path maybe. Thinking of things, in moderation. I love seeing Temperance with Judgment. It really makes me feel like you now see the way. It's like you're seeing the light. Again, it's this towards ultimate transformation, which leads to incredible fulfillment. Okay, that's what this feels. It feels like a complete change. Yeah, and sometimes the littlest thing can make the biggest difference. You know, like maybe you're like, well, I've been trying to do this from home. You go and you get a small office and things really take off. So there's just one practical example. It could also be, you know, again, you've been trying to work with multiple things, or maybe you've been trying to offer multiple things to people, and you're like, no, I'm focusing on this one thing right now. Like you're aware that, you know, some aspects of what you're trying to do aren't necessarily your strength, but overall, you know, you're really good at this thing. So maybe you're focusing on that one thing for now. What else? Oh, the moon. Okay. So we're facing our fears and anxiety. Okay. And that helps actually really look at this. So you have two cards in tarot that feature the path. Okay. That path being made clear. It's illuminated. The path is being illuminated. You're being shown the way. Okay. For some of you, it's been a long time coming. And this is about your dreams coming true. I don't always get that off these cards, but I'm getting that now. It's a dream come true with regard to something that is really going to change like all areas of your life. Like maybe it's like, you know, physical health or wellness, or your where you're living, it changes. And then that changes everything. It opens all kinds of doors. What else do we have, please? Facing those fears, facing the anxiety, and yeah, realizing that that's part of the journey. You know, we're all going to have our fears and our anxieties. You have justice here in the 5 of Cups. This feels as though you're winning over some sort of grief. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, and I'll always tell you what I get intuitively. Okay, there's also a lot of cards that I feel are about you crossing. Like here, you have to cross this water. Here, you know, there's with the Temperance card and the moon, it's like you're going to have to see your way to something. You're going to have to, you know, navigate that path, even if it's scary, but you're clear. It's again, you're seeing the way, you're being shown the steps. It seems like, and here it's like you're going to have to cross, again, you're going to have to do something maybe scary to get to that castle. You're going to have to cross that bridge. It could be causing stress because of past emotional or other areas of life that have caused some grief, past financial losses, or, you know, just really not wanting to put ourselves out there for whatever reason. And because it's on top of that 2 of Wands, you know, comfort zone card, I feel like, please know that you're protected as you move forward. A lot of focus in this reading too on the sword itself. So think about what the sword would represent for you personally. A sword. Okay, just visualize that in your mind, and what sort of thoughts, feelings, words come up. You know, pictures if you think, or if you see things visually when you try to, well, visualize. But some people you'll receive, you know, through your different clairs, even in your different senses, you'll receive different messages. So some of you are having to navigate a situation, and maybe you're questioning if something really is your true calling, if it is your purpose, because there's something here about really kind of holding ourselves accountable for all the steps to this point that led us to this point, and that ultimate transformation, that's our choice and it's our responsibility. So that's interesting, but it looks like you're ready to move forward. You see this person, their foot is out, and they're pointing in the direction that there's never a question with Justice card. They know what's ethical too. So if you're invited to become part of something that feels shady, it's like, it feels as though you're like, well, that's obviously not the way to go. So yeah, but even the decision, having to make a decision on something, even if you know that's not the best option for you, sometimes that just having to make a decision can be stressful. But so it feels like you're weighing different options, opinions, situations. What else? 2 of Cups. So this is where you'll end up, it looks like. So, and you know, I was focusing on transformation with the Justice card, even though I don't generally get that off the card. But this whole reading feels very much like that transformation. Now, I want to point out to you again, the path is clear here. The path is clear. Okay, it's like your guides are clearing the way for this, or the universe, or God, whatever you believe in. It's being cleared out. Maybe some past karma is being cleared out. Maybe it was connecting to even a romantic or a loving relationship in some way. And also, I am getting this message right now about it being, it was manifesting in your body in some way. So there's a connection there, and it feels as though by addressing all of that, so many different areas, physical health, spiritual health, lifestyle, profession, it's all impacted by making this one change. And that just, it makes the path so clear. Whereas before it looks like it wasn't. But a lot of you are answering some sort of calling too, like your higher calling. It has to do possibly with either it's like your deep healing, and the duality. How there's a lot of duality in these cards. So like the Two of Cups, they each have their cup. You can see with Justice, you got the scales there. We have Temperance here with the Two Cups. And 222 is standing out to me, and that is about balance, spirit, body, mind, soul. So there seems to be, again, this big focus on one thing impacting everything. So making this one change, it leads to ultimate transformation. One step in a certain direction leads to ultimate victory, really. It feels very victorious. And it's about the healing. There's something here. It's really connecting to healing. Let's get some Celtic's Brew cards here. This is their Spirit Oracle. Tell us more about this spiritual healing or healing in general, please. Give us any information. What do we need to know? Clairgustance. Okay, so this is psychic knowledge through taste. Now that's surprising. That's one of the more rare clairs. Okay, what else do we have? Blue aura. So that's your intuition, clarity, peace. Can have to do with honesty. When you think about your blue chakra, that's your throat chakra, so communication. I just saw 222 on the timer. Again, there's something here about duality. And also, things can be two things at the same time, right? Kind of bringing me that Temperance card and just twos overall. Things are rarely all good or all bad. Some things are terrible. I get that. I know. I just saw 222 again. I keep seeing it and seeing it. So there's a big focus on twos. Look up the angel number 222 and also 2222 and see what you get. And then maybe also just 22 and the master number 22 in general. There could be messages for you. And that's why I ask the audience to do their little schoolhouse homework, as I call it, and look things up, because what you are led to, I feel, is a much more personal message for you, because this is a general reading, right? So there could certainly, because all the channeling I do in every video, you could certainly be getting specific messages for you here. But when we take that extra step and do our own little research, or just tuning in and, again, listening and seeing what you get, or really looking at the cards and seeing what you are intuitively getting, that is very important to do, right? Becoming your own resource. All right, let's see what else we have. I always look at it as people come to these readings for confirmation of something their higher self already knows, Okay, anything else? This one. Empath. Yeah, feeling others' emotions as your own. Some of you need to stop allowing people to just kind of use all your energy for themselves. And it's not even something that they may be doing to you, or it could just be that, a lot of your energy is going towards the environment around you, or how others are feeling. And it's interesting. I think I know why we have the Clairgustance cup here. It's like it's about filling your cups, your own cup. You have the 9 of cups here. That can have to do with self-fulfillment too. I remember Queen of Swords was our first card out, getting that clarity. And there's what else? I'm getting this message too. You have really good taste. Like, you can rely on yourself. If you're trying to decide on something, you have really good taste. They want you to know that. Okay, my guides want you to know you have really good taste, Libra. All right, what else? Inner child. So this is self-love, fun times, and child healing. Again, big focus on healing. Taking this one step to choose, or this one decision, is going to impact everything. Maybe you decide you're going to address some sort of health issue, whether it's mental issue, emotional issue, or not issue, but area of life, I guess we'd call it, or situation even. I don't like issue because it makes it sound so negative when in fact we all have things that we need to work on. So it could also be, taking a look at finances or physical health. It could be a lot of different things. Maybe it is child healing. So, or maybe you get healing from being around childlike energy or allowing yourself to play. So self-love is key here. I'm really feeling heart chakra stuff too. Ooh, yellow aura. Oh, that's nice. Happiness, friendship, confidence. So you're thinking solar plexus chakra, all about your willpower, your self-esteem. If I were to connect this to a card, I would connect it to the strength card probably. Okay, so you're really having that confidence to say what's on your mind and on your heart. And then you have red aura. That's amazing. Look at how there are a lot of cards in this deck, and 3 of the cards you're getting are auras. So if some of you, oh my gosh, and look at this, we have the primary colors of blue, yellow, red. So this is like, the 3 colors that all other colors are, that, come from. Like you can, you blend different colors and then you get other colors. But you start out with red, blue, yellow. This is root chakra. So that first chakra there, base chakra, okay, root chakra, where you belong in the world. This is about safety, your body even, feeling comfortable in your own skin and knowing where you belong. And so this can be a passionate energy, can have to do with ego, impulsiveness, because there's also orange in here too. And even though it's red, there's, I see in the card itself quite a bit of orange, because again, it's aura. They're not saying actually the actual chakra. I'm adding that. They're focusing more on the aura. And so what could it mean if someone has a red aura? Well, they would be probably connecting to like Knight of Wands or any of the wands, really. It's because it's that kind of fiery energy, right? A little bit yellow in there too, right? Because red and yellow makes orange, right? So it's all in there. But yeah, and so having confidence, it feels as though confidence will lead to clarity and ultimately peace in some way, fulfillment, satisfaction in some way. Thanks for that advice so much. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so let's see what else we have. We also are going to use the Signs from Spirit Oracle. Decks I use are down below. If I didn't say that already. A lot of these decks I found on Etsy. All right, let's see what else. I like to support small creators. Actually, every single deck on this table is from a small creator or artist. They themselves aren't small. It's as opposed to like being put out by major publishers, I should say. So a lot of these are self-published decks. All righty. Ooh, bear. Oh, I feel like you're really transcending here. This is another thing. It's like transcendence and transformation. Okay, so, whoa. Bear is huge. This is big. So it is essential to rest and restore the energy in your body and mind before stepping into a new phase of personal growth and maturity. That is such a huge message for this entire reading. Wow. Bear. We hardly ever have bears show up. Oh, looks like we're going to be using our charms today. Interesting. I don't usually use these in readings, but we will. I have a lot of charms in this bag here, and I will pick from the bag and we'll see what we get. If you enjoy this reading, please do like the video, subscribe, share the video, hype the video, leave a comment. All of it helps. It really does help. So thank you. And thank you to those of you who have the notification bell turned on, because when you have that turned on, you get, you see the video as it's released, and it makes sure you don't miss any content. And it also, I feel it helps the video be seen because, people show interest early, and I think it helps the video get pushed out to more people. Anyway, we have dragon. So be brave, stand firm in your wisdom. Believe in yourself. Let the dragon guide you toward new victories and personal growth. that's incredible. This is such a reading about personal growth and personal strength and personal self-love and healing, and how, again, that one thing can really affect a lot. And then you have cards from this deck, which is a lot of cards. It might even be 100 cards. And you're getting repeat messages, and you can't make it up. None of these decks are even connected. The first two are, they're the same creator, but others, it's like, what are the odds? The odds are, when you take several decks and they each have 80 to 100 cards ish, it's like, and then you're getting routine messages. When you think about statistically, you do the math, it's almost, it's like amazing that we get these messages. That's the beauty of tarot and oracle cards and channeling and putting all that together. It's I love it. All right, what else? Some of you too, there's an energy here where you're connecting to trees. That is super, super obvious. It's like you come alive around plants, or you see the, this is, and it might sound out there, but it's as though you're seeing the soul of plants and trees, right? Plants, trees. It's like you're honoring them, or you're seeing them as sentient beings, and as a result, you're and I think you might feel this, you might actually feel it, you're benefiting from their positive energy too, their high frequency energy. Maybe you do things with trees, energy work with trees. Yeah, that's great. Okay, and then we have ring. So this is value the bonds you share with others and commit with heart and responsibility. True loyalty and unity are the keys to success. Very nice. Now, this reminds me, I wasn't going to bring it up unless it came into the reading, but I did do a love reading, which I rarely do. So it's a love and relationship reading. And that was your last reading, actually, that posted Tuesday. And so if you're curious about relationship stuff, there may be something in that reading for you. What else do we have for the beautiful, lovely Libras? Get some divine direction cards. We'll pull our charms, then we'll get our animals and numbers and galactic angel messages, and we'll be on our way. All righty. Ooh, faith. Okay, so have faith in the universe, let it impress you with its magic, and enjoy the beautiful journey. That's just it. I feel these readings, they feel like magic sometimes, and I use the word beautiful, and it just feels as though maybe some of you are really getting excited maybe about your own creative endeavors, or your own spiritual work that you're doing, divination, all that. It's like you're really feeling a connection, a deeper connection. It's interesting. This is kind of an aside, but not really. I was looking before this reading, I was looking for my sacred geometry deck, because I don't know if any of you remember this, but it's been kind of a mystery for me for a while of why, when I was hearing and channeling Atlas is a proper name, a year before Three Eye Atlas was discovered in July of this year, or last year, I should say. It's like I knew it was coming. I knew it. I was being, I know it could sound out there, but it's like I feel as though the whole universe is connected. And I think, I'm feeling that. And what was interesting is when I channeled back in June or July, actually it was June, it was right before Three Eye was found. And I heard Atlas, they gave me dodecahedron. So I just want you to store that away, that came in channeled last year in June, is the dodecahedron part. So, dodecahedron, I think in, as far as the platonic solids, I'm still learning a lot about sacred geometry, but it's like the whole universe. It's like everything. So there's just this element here, because we have this ring, and we have faith, and there's just something to do with Three Eye Atlas, dodecahedron. And like I said, I'm still learning about, I was like, dodecahedron, oh my, what? And so, yeah, so Oh my goodness. Okay, so sorry to yell into the mic, but look, divine portal. There it is. There's divine portal. And look, it's a golden ring. So I feel if you're not already doing it, Three Eye Atlas was closest to us on, I think, December 19th, at least in the US. And there's something incredibly powerful. I cannot stress this enough. Be doing your own spiritual work, energy work, whatever it is, whether, yeah, it's with trees or rocks or cards or charms or art, whatever it is. Okay, friends, do it. Be doing your own things, okay, to connect to energy as a whole. I feel you can use this for manifestation, overall improvement. You can be calling upon things, mysteries of the universe, even, for clarity and for understanding and for maybe to help us in some way. This is just like, get ready to awaken your connection, okay, to the spirit realm. The divine forces are helping you transform your life. And I really, truly believe that. I hope you can feel that in the energy for this reading, or right now anyway, what I'm saying. So what I wanted to remind you about of when we channeled those messages is there was this message about cosmic harmony and to look for signs of peace. I'm just going to keep reminding us of this, okay, of these very important channeled messages that we received, okay? And I feel when I tuned into Three Eye Atlas, specifically, I did get that things are happening by design. Look for signs of peace, cosmic harmony, things about, there's a massive turning point. There were lots of other things that came in. But yeah, this is just look for signs of peace. And this whole, you'll never know. There's just so many mysteries, okay? So many mysteries. So just, that's that. Now, what's interesting is they wanted me to just speak freely because I can't find my sacred geometry deck. And it's a big box. Those of you who have it, it's not here. And it's bright yellow too. And I don't know why it's not here. And I think it's because I'm meant to just talk like this naturally, unscripted, as I always do, and just give it to you straight, So if you're not yet tuning in, now before this, I was not, I didn't know anything about, interstellar objects, comets, whatever you want to call it. I've always loved the night sky. Maybe you do too, but this is different. There's something here about use this energy. Okay. And I feel that, as I said, when I did my Three Eye Atlas reading months ago, was it 6 months ago or something now, that if anything, it's helping us maybe blend like science and spirituality, or it's bringing us together. It has our attention, okay, whatever it is, it has our attention, right? And it has with it energy, I feel, and I feel energy carries intelligence in some way, whatever it is, and I feel like it's affecting us in some way. And I like to look to the positive. I know many of you do as well. So maybe you can try tuning into the energy of the universe, of the cosmos, of Three Eye Atlas specifically, and see. But I'm still trying to figure out why I was getting the messages I was getting, like dodecahedron. I know it's going to come out. I know it will. I know I'll figure it out, but because I'll get more info, but they didn't want me to get that info yet. They only wanted me to know that dodecahedron having to do with like total universe, like cosmic harmony as a whole. So maybe we can all come together. That's my dream, right? Libras, we want the peace, right? And the harmony. Maybe it is a divine portal and we all come together and we collectively change the energy, so that there isn't war, or there isn't things that we want to go away, right? Anyway, so, all right, I'll just get off my little, like, people call me a hippie sometimes, so now I know why. But anyway, all right, what you seek will find you in the summertime, a time of joy, happiness, adventure, and no hiding. Summer. And I know it's not summer where a lot of you are, but for some of you, yes, you're, Southern Hemisphere. Hello to my friends in Australia, New Zealand, and everywhere else in the Southern Hemisphere. If you tune in, happy summer to you. You're right in the middle of summer now, or beginning, actually. Let's get another one of these cards, actually. Letting go, release. So let go of the past and of any obstacles, okay? You're being given a whole new set of keys. You're being given, again, I feel a lot of you, it's your intuitive gifts. You're being shown something new. Anytime we have something new to our solar system, it's bringing with it new energy that none of us have ever experienced. So it's amazing. It's fascinating. Very fascinating stuff. And yeah, very cool. And remember, you're not as alone as you think, and you're not insignificant. Okay. Even though you may feel tiny and small at times and unseen and underappreciated, you're appreciated. All right. You're here in this lifetime for a reason. We have timing, patience, and this is about waiting for the right time. A lot of you, I do feel that with the 1111 card, 4 of Wands here, something will be really lining up for you nicely. And you'll realize, or you may not ever see the reason for this delay, but there is, most of the time you will see why something didn't work out or why it did at that particular time. What else? Let's get some charms. Oh, they want me to use my left hand. Okay. All right. Some charms, and they're going to be for what you receive off of this. I can give you a general, what I first feel, but I want you to pick up on what you are getting from these charms, what they mean to you. Oh my goodness. This makes me think of cosmic harmony, because I just said cosmic harmony. And there we have musical notes. So I know we have some magicians in the audience. Hello there. Very talented individuals. Let's see what else we have. Oh, this looks like, it could be an angel, could be a fairy, right? Could be, a little girl wearing, or a little person wearing butterfly wings, angel wings. What else? Oh, neat. Okay, so we have a flower with a spiral in the middle. See that? A flower with a little spiral in the middle. I'm trying to figure out where to hold it so you see it best. Oh, I know. I'll hold it against my very pale skin. There's a nice contrast. All right. Okay, that's it. Just the 3. Let's get some galactic angel messages. Wow. Please learn to trust in yourself. You can accomplish great things if you choose to believe. Yeah, there's something here that's not as it seems. No. Maybe it's connecting to interstellar objects, or your own gifts and talents, or, oh my goodness, it's the sky. It's it's true. I'm supposed, sometimes I will be honest, I feel a little uncomfortable sometimes talking about like 3i Atlas, because I don't know that, I know you like these readings, but I don't know that you necessarily are curious about 3i Atlas like I am. But because it's this unknown thing in the sky, we know some about it, but I mean, it's like I said, it's new energy. Where did it come from? Why is it there? And it's just, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. I'm a Libra. I want to know the facts, like what's going on here. But look at this. Look above and connect to the light of the universe. Let it replenish your soul. Now, I just toyed with the idea a few minutes before this of, maybe I should cut out. I don't edit my videos usually at all, but I was like, maybe I should go back and like cut out the part about 3i, or not post this reading, because I don't want to scare people away. I don't want them to think that I'm thinking, oh, it's the mothership and it's coming to get us. I'm not thinking like that. I'm just very interested in 3i, and because I've been channeling it for over a year and I had no idea that's what I was doing. So that to me feels like magical, and it feels like there is no way I could have known. Why was I given that? And they kept giving me July, right? I was getting July over and over, and I was getting Atlas over and over. So that was not, there's nothing I could have made up about that. That is 100% legitimate. I have the receipts, right? And I don't usually like to, brag or like put myself on a pedestal, and I'm still not doing that. But like, my point is that I'm like you. I'm a human. We're the same species. Like you could do this too. You could connect. So please do it. Connect to the light of the universe. Connect to the light within the trees. Just get out there. Be connected. Or if you can't get out, yes, you can connect at home, wherever you're most comfortable, but please start using that other intelligence that we all possess. All right. What else? We have finding your balance. All right, so rebalance your mind, body, and spirit. Also something that came into the reading, right? Mind, body, spirit, soul, all connecting. So let's go ahead and get our animal messages. And we already have numbers of 222 and all the other twos. And now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, a sign of progression, things aligned for a new spiritual journey. And, oh, good one. 7, 7, 7, 7, a sign you're on the right path. Things will manifest quickly. And use your own manifestation abilities and use your own creativity, okay? What else do we have? Black Panther. Radiance. Oh, yeah. Third eye chakra, card 41. So come out of hiding. Let your light be seen. It's time to leave your hermit's cave and reconnect with the world. This is all about connection. This is going to lead to ultimate transformation, maybe for the planet even. You know, wouldn't that be great? We could solve some long-time issues we've been having as humanity. But anyway, and maybe that's why things like 3i are coming into existence now. So that's what I have for you. Please do show support for the video, help it be seen by others who may benefit. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you to my members. And if I don't do a short video Friday afternoon, I'm still keeping my regular schedule, Sunday morning, Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, all according to Eastern Standard Time. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so very much.